Hello.
Wow, it's like our mic is picking up. I don't even know what it's picking up. Hello. That's weird.
Good morning.
From my perspective, it's like dead silent in here. And then the mic says it's at like a bunch of decibels.
Steve, are you here? Are you around?
Oh man, I fucked up the camera. Remember
Don't do that. Don't fuck up the camera.
Remember yesterday when you were like, move it down?
Yeah, I do. I do remember that.
Oh. No odd sounds. Yeah, the little decibel meter is like hitting yellow when we're silent. It's weird. Oh well.
I woke up 10 minutes ago. I'm a little out of it.
Yeah, I woke Julie up 3 times today.
Hey, Steve.
Once to wake her up and gave her coffee. Once to remind her coffee was getting cold. And then a third time to remind her that we're about to go live in 5 minutes.
I am an adult.
To be fair, I slept in too. I'm super
I
tired.
don't remember the first time he woke me up. I don't remember that happening. The second time, yes, I very much am aware of that time. Woo.
Yeah, I have admittedly, I hate it, but I've admittedly had some like sinus congestion. And I hate the era we live in because like if you clear your throat, a little piece of your brain's like, do I have COVID? Or if like
dying.
You blow your nose or you sneeze because something tickles it and you're like, oh my god, do I have COVID? And like it's the worst feeling because I have nothing else wrong with me but a little bit of congestion, which I assume is from the dirty LA air.
I was like legit sick, like really sick 2 weekends ago. We rushed to get a COVID test so fast. Oh man. It was just, they came back negative. It was just a really nasty cold from not being around other human beings for over a year.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Oh my god.
Dog. Oh. Schnitzel. Hey.
Did you put out the dog
Right
cam?
here. Yeah.
Oh.
Schnitzel.
You're gonna have to like move him to it. He's not gonna just like go to the
Hey.
All of our animals are like aware of cameras and actively avoid them.
There you go. Chat dog.
Dog cam.
Yay!
All right. He looks like he'll stay there. He looks like he's gonna stay.
Steve's here. Did you need him?
I know. No, I didn't. I said hi.
You just
said, hi,
wanted Steve to be here?
I don't know. I got him to say hi.
That's good. Getting Steve to speak is the first.
I know.
The first step of the apocalypse.
It's the hardest part. Hi, Steve. I need to clean my glasses. Hold on.
They're right there.
You want this thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's literally staring at a giant microfiber cloth.
Yeah, but I wanted to use my cloth.
Oh man.
Oh look, we sat in the opposite way last night, and this part of the chair's up high. Okay.
So yeah, welcome back. We weren't here last week because we took a weekend off to.
Which is connected to what I was just saying about me being sick as hell 2 weekends ago. I basically ruined my husband's birthday weekend by being really, really sick. Luckily,
I don't know where you're going with this.
Luckily, we had planned on doing our Joshua Tree getaway weekend the weekend after his birthday anyways.
Yeah, our birthdays are a week apart, as we've said, so I just scheduled something in Joshua Tree tentatively, and then we decided to go for it, so it worked out. That was fun.
So we're all older now.
I mean, technically everybody's older.
Yeah, but our ages are older now.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
The good news is, though, is now that I'm 39,
Ooh.
I can say that Doomtrooper 1.0 will come out before I'm 40. So that's super exciting for me, and maybe for some of you guys. Steve, you're...
Don't like it.
39 now. You're older than me, right? Yeah.
How do you not know? You've known this person for like your whole life.
It's hard to remember if someone's older or younger, but I'm on the younger end of the school year, so Steve should be like 3 months older than me.
Every single person I went to school with is younger than me. Because my mom made me go to pre first.
So Steve can let me know and do the math. Yeah. Steve can let me know how it feels being 40 a couple months before I have to go through it, so I appreciate that.
April 1st.
Okay, boomer. No, I'm a millennial.
1982.
Sorry, Curry.
Woo! We old, but we ain't that old.
Yeah, I don't know what you are, but you got to deal with the fact that this handsomeness is a millennial. Yeah. Do the math. It is totally...
Listen up, ones. A 5 speaking. Hi, the nerdlies. What's up?
It is totally crazy, though, that you can be a millennial who grew up owning a smartphone, or you can be a millennial who grew up playing in the dirt like me.
And playing Doomtrooper.
Yeah. Trying to get dog in a better place.
Playing card games on the floor of your bedroom. The
millennial cutoff line is probably one of the more awkward ones I've ever seen because of how fast technology was going.
Oh, absolutely.
They're like, oh, you're a millennial, and you play with your G.I. Joes outside and go to the comic book store and play Doomtrooper, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, you're a millennial, and you never go outside, and all you do is have high-speed internet all the time. And I'm like, well, how are those the same generation?
I know, it's crazy. It really is. We did play outside. We played guns. We had, like, tons of toy guns, and we broke up in teams, and we shot each other.
I made mud pies. Yeah. So,
mud pies? Let's
talk about gender roles. Julie is playing guns and running around shooting each other, and I'm in the backyard with my friend Mary baking mud pies.
That's adorable. I also had female friends, but this is something I did with my older brother and his friends.
The people who were born after Shrek and they have kids now, it's funny how years start coming and they don't stop.
Oh my god, I see what you did there. I was like, why is he using Shrek? Oh.
I don't get it. Did I miss something?
Yeah, man, it's the song. It's the, hey now, you're a rock star.
Oh.
The years start coming and they don't stop coming.
God, now I'm going to sing that. God damn it, Curry.
It's a horrible fucking song. Why? How dare you, sir?
Although I do like to...
How dare you?
Is that Smash Mouth?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey now.
Yeah, I like to just randomly walk up behind my wife and say something like, somebody.
It's so
And then you just stop, and then the song will be in their head for the rest of the day.
No, you do it with that fucking song that,
Oh, yeah, I also do it with the new Jack Harlow. Well, Jack Harlow's
it's
first
not new anymore.
Single. What's Poppin'?
Oh.
Brand new whip just hopped in.
That's going to be the rest of the day now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're the Oregon Trail generation. Yeah, I do like that name.
That's true. I never beat the Oregon Trail. I always died of dysentery.
Doesn't matter. You got it. You got the gist.
Mm-hmm.
You died. That's the whole point of the game is you died. I don't even know. I hate this ring light in my glasses.
We're actually using 2 lights today, by the way. I don't know. Turn off the ring light. Really no difference.
What do you mean really no difference?
Oh, no, sorry. I was looking at the wrong screen. Sorry.
It's like a ton of difference.
Yeah. So we actually... Dog?
He's like overlit. The sun is on him.
He's very interested.
Hey, cutie.
Weird. We have the key light over here and the ring light over here to try to get a little better whatever. Julie, what's going on with you?
I feel like I said everything that's going on with me. This camera angle kills me, by the way. It's so far away from the screens with all the info on it. I already said it. I was really sick. Well, it was my birthday. Then it was his birthday, which I ruined by being really sick. And then we went to Joshua Tree, the desert of California, last weekend and hung out with his mom.
Yeah, with COVID, I haven't seen my mom in... I saw her once in the last 2 years.
Thanksgiving.
And she's only lived out here for almost 3, 2.5 at most.
2 years. I thought it was June 2019 that you moved her out.
Yeah,
here.
so I've seen her.
It's been 2 years.
I moved her out here, or helped her move out here, and then I've seen her twice in that time period.
Crazy. I feel like it's a little more than that. I think we saw her once, or we saw her a couple times before COVID happened.
Maybe.
But since COVID happened, it's only been twice. No, this was the third time we met in the park that one time. Yeah, anyways, we stayed in a tiny home. That's what Justin wanted. So these people had a full-size house on their property, and then they had like a... What kind of car? Like, not a car, like a... The thing they built the tiny home...
A trailer?
A trailer.
Like,
sorry. I don't know. They had a trailer, and that enabled them to have another like property on their lot, even because it's a car, like a vehicle. I mean,
so it was just like a towing trailer, like a semi base, and then they built a house on top of it.
It was pretty cute. It was Justin, for whatever reason, has recently become obsessed with tiny homes, and so we stayed in this little tiny home. It was really nice though. It was cute.
Yeah, I like really nice things, and I like really good use of space. And if you have a tiny house or a tiny home proper, it kind of forces you to like optimize that little bit of space. Whereas if you have a big house, you'll just be like, oh, closets, let me throw a bunch of shit in there. But I really like the idea of a tiny house because you can optimize. You're forced to optimize what you have.
You're forced to minimalize.
Yeah.
Minimalize.
And then if you also have a tiny house and you wanted to have like luxury bed mattresses and super expensive wood like a mansion would have, it becomes affordable because your house is like
tiny.
Yeah,
because you
like
don't have to
20
order
feet by 10 feet.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, where is he going with this?
So you could have like bronze sinks if you wanted to, and like marble countertops, and
that's what you think about?
White oak wood walls. But like it would cost like nothing because you only need this much of it.
You're so weird. Anyways, yeah, we stayed. Yeah, desert. It was hot. It was good.
So
you have worked on Doomtrooper, I hear.
Oh yeah, what did I work on?
I don't know. That's what you're going to tell us. You're going to talk about the things that you worked on for the past 2 weeks. About Doomtrooper.
Before I say that, I was going to say, I know Steve tried it. Is anyone else playing the Back for Blood beta? Because
we're not ready to talk about Doomtrooper.
I logged in yesterday finally to try it out because I really like Left 4 Dead. And I just had 2 very horrible experiences and then just quit playing.
Uh-oh.
The first experience, it logged me in and I was in a room. I think it was like a safe room. And I was like, cool, I don't know what I'm doing, but I see the shadow of my team in the distance, so I'm going to run after them. And I ran, and I ran, and I ran, and I kept running until about 15 minutes later of running and seeing 0 things to shoot, I found my team, and we entered another safe room, and the level was over. And that was my first experience with... I don't know why it started me at the beginning of the level. When they were at the end of the level, I had to run. It seemed like a bug. But I basically did a running simulator for 15 minutes, and then that was it. And then I joined my first real match, and it showed me cards at the beginning to select. And I was like, oh, I don't understand what cards are for in this game. So I started clicking.
Wait, Willow wants to know what game you're talking about.
Back for Blood. So I started clicking the cards. I was literally in there for, I don't know, 5 seconds. I don't know. And some guy got on voice chat, and he's like, hey, man, I don't want to be a dick, but, like, can you click faster? Like, seriously, I don't want to rush you or anything, but, like, it's just a click. And just started, like, trolling everybody for not
just a click
being ready to play. And I was like, I'm going fast, and B, this is my first time ever playing this beta game. And then some girl who sounded high AF just started going, yeah, it's just a click. And I was just like, okay, I hate gamers, and I just stopped playing. It was not fun. Oh boy. I'm not normal. I never cared for Left 4 Dead. It felt too much like Call of Duty started stale to me.
What a bunch of dorks.
Yeah. I will say I stuck around for that game a little bit, and we all died, so they sucked just as much as I did. So that was a little redeeming. But the first thing I do before launching the game is disable voice chat. Yeah. Well, I think Steve's going to play it too, Willow, so...
He literally said, why didn't you play with me?
Well, I don't know. We weren't talking at the time, and I only played one match. Balfour! Quit spending all your paycheck on me. Oh, he's like my sugar daddy.
I mean, like, I love it, but, like...
Wow, Balfour is my hero. And my sugar daddy.
hate your watch.
Are we do we have a dance? What's happening?
I don't know. I felt like the people deserved something.
Well, the people deserve Balfour. That's what they deserve.
He's a good guy.
Bloodhaven, everybody should check his channel out. He's streaming all the time with lots of fun variety stuff. Different people. So if you don't like him, there's other people. And if you don't like them, there's him. So like it's a good deal. So you guys should give him a follow. Check him out.
It's a good deal.
It's a good deal. Oh, thanks, Willow. Yeah, I need to get like a shout out bot or whatever.
It's a good deal.
So yeah, Doomtrooper is a game.
Are we back to that?
Almost.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm going to be playing 3 games on PC for the rest of the year. And if anybody would like to play with me, that would be great.
Open invitation.
Yeah, first, and I might stream some for fun, but Steve's probably with me on most of these. We're going to play Back 4 Blood, hopefully, if we can get enough players that aren't going to get high and giggle at me. And then we're going to play Diablo 2 Resurrection, hopefully, if Blizzard can stop being patronizing pieces of shit. And then we're going to play Doomtrooper.
Doomtrooper!
Which is a game that I made with help from people like Steve and Willow
Modem
and
Symphony 93.
others. Yeah, Steve said Diablo. Yeah. So it'd be nice to play. I might make some channels in our Discord so we can do some organization, like Tuesday night, Thursday night, whatever. We'll get together and do our thing. But yeah, I would like to play those games.
All right.
Steve is now playing the Back 4 Blood beta. I couldn't mention it apparently without him needing to go play it. So bye, Steve. it just popped up on my desktop.
Man, you're talking about it so much. Oh no, Cry's in EU. That means that something's not available yet.
Oh, is it Diablo's not coming to the EU, Curry?
Oh.
So anyways, yeah, Doomtrooper.
Oh wait, you tell them your good news that you finally got.
I have good news.
I'm just gonna have to say it.
I paid off a credit card.
No, the PlayStation.
Oh yeah, I got a PlayStation 5.
It was harder than buying concert tickets.
Yeah, Julie was shocked at how difficult it was.
We've done many times in our lives. Like, we go to a lot of concerts. And though many times I worked for places and I didn't have to pay, I've also bought many concert tickets. This was harder.
Yeah, I managed to beat the bots on Walmart's app and got through and purchased the PlayStation. It's supposed to ship in a month, but my friend tells me that Walmart always pushes the date out and then they ship it quicker.
Liars. No good.
I realized, though, that there was... I never got to beat Last of Us 2. Sorry, Willow. So I'm going to upgrade that to the PS5 version and play it. Then I realized that the Spider-Man game on PS4 I wanted to play got upgraded, remastered for PS5. And then there's the Miles Morales sequel. And then they remastered the Final Fantasy VII remake for PS5. So there's a good number of first-party PlayStation games I want to play. So that should be fun. Balfour, I can send you a link if you want to know when they go on sale, but I can't help too much with the fighting of the bots. You just have to keep trying.
That was crazy.
No, it was not marked up. I bought it brand new for MSRP, but I literally had to sit there and spam the button.
It was wild.
While looking at another point on the screen to see when it entered my cart, then immediately stop spamming and spam the cart button, then quickly scroll and type and get through the checkout. It was a disaster.
It was weird.
But yeah, I'm going to play those games on PlayStation 5. I'm planning on setting up the PS5 right here with a new 4K 144 hertz monitor. So I could run it through my capture card. I guess at a lower... No, I have a 4K
This is good
capture
for
card.
me. He will stay away from the living room TV so that I can do what I need to do while he's playing video games.
But I could stream some of these games if I want. If I'm sitting in here, I might just... since it's the PlayStation, it won't take the same CPU, so there's not a lot of disadvantage to just flipping on the stream and being live if anybody wants to hang out. I actually, Balfour, didn't love the demo for the remake. I guess it's because I'm a boomer, as Curry said, but I love menu-based JRPGs. I think Final Fantasy VII, other than the graphics, and they're fun for their time period, but other than the graphics, Final Fantasy VII was almost the perfect RPG, which would technically make like Final Fantasy 6 or in my opinion 4 really close to being the perfect JRPG if you like pixel art. So I much prefer the strategy stuff, but I get it. We're a world of Twitch gamers, so people like ARPGs. I'll be trying to get the new Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that should be easier to get, I think, since it's not a full upgrade. You're not a boomer, you have good taste. I like to think I have good taste. I think the longer you give a shit about your life, the happier and younger you seem for a longer time period. I mean, most of my friends, present company and chat excluded, that are my age are sad. I don't know. Bored. Bored's a better word. You just get so used to like the music you used to listen to and the movies you used to watch and like the work you used to do, and you just do that forever. And then one day you find yourself like 20 years behind, and there's so much good music out.
Yeah.
There's so much good music out there, new movie genres, new video games. Like it's a lot to keep up with, and I think our mental ability to do that like just goes down over time, but I encourage everybody as you get older to keep looking for new stuff.
Speaking of
cool stuff.
Getting older, I opened my phone because there was something specifically that I was like, I need to check on this before I forget. And while I had the menu open, I forgot.
Court of Bones says, "Wow, you nerds are cute on a Sunday morning."
Thanks.
Woo! Thank you, Court of Bones. Also, fun fact: if anyone's familiar with the Analog Pocket, which is the portable FPGA cartridge-based console from Analog.
The thingy? No.
Oh. Kotaku made a great review of the Analog Pocket pre-order that you should all read. It's been 365 days since the Analog Pocket was available for pre-order, and it still has not shipped. So they did a review. I'm going to find it real quick. Yeah, here we go. It's pretty wonderful. So it's been 1 year while I've been waiting for my Analog Pocket to ship, and so have they. So hopefully it still ships in October. It will be wonderful.
Courtney being spicy.
Woo! But I'm so excited for that thing. And I got the HDMI dock so I can stream all... I was just saying how Final Fantasy 6 is probably like the best RPG in my opinion, or 4, Japanese numbering. The best versions of those games, by far, in my opinion, were the Game Boy Advance versions, because they upscaled the graphics just enough, but not too much where they had to make the font ugly like they're doing on Steam. So the Analog Pocket will play Game Boy Advance games, and the HDMI dock will let it stream output HDMI to my capture card. So it'll probably be one of the best ways to stream the games. I mean, other than emulators, of course. So
we'll probably be here, Balfour. I can't imagine we'll go on vacay or anything that close to Thanksgiving, so.
Oh, yeah, I was planning on doing, like, Thanksgiving dinner here with some vaccinated family, but we'll see if the Delta variant kills everybody.
Oh, wow, that was dark.
Sorry. Does this work? Does this button work?
Oh, my God, it's Doomtrooper. My husband built this, like, game with his hands. It's a thing.
Going back to Back 4 Blood for just a second, though, they have a very similar menu to this, if you've tried the beta, and I was kind of inspired. I know Steve's talked about enhancing stuff a little bit, but it's like when you highlight over things, like I think the font grows a little bit, and the picture behind it, like, grows. I don't know. It's subtle. It's real subtle animation as you hover over the tiles in Back 4 Blood, but it looks phenomenal, and it kind of inspired me after we finish 1.0 to go back and do some work on this.
Yeah, Justin, just like do it here. Just like make it happen. It's easy.
Yeah.
It takes art and coding and things.
Yeah.
All right, so I know that you fixed a couple of cards based on community feedback.
Oh, yeah, let's start there. Julie makes a good producer when she wants to be. So Boot Camp has been changed, which was the most troublesome card. If you're not familiar, this was not selected by Brian for the base set. But over time, some of the regulars, some of the guys even here in chat have said this certain card would be great to add to the base set for variety. I believe Tomek wanted this card. If not Tomek, I apologize, but you can blame him for now. And I really like the idea of this card because I wanted people to... Let's see if I can... Oh, yeah. I love that I added keyword search, and I always forget. So
good job, Pass Justin.
So this is searching the title of the card for the word cartel or the keyword cartel being in the description. So it works out well. Anyways, I wanted Boot Camp, which allows you to add warriors for free to your cheap warriors to your squad, because I wanted it to play off of these guys. So you could have a strategy to get these cartel guys out faster. The problem, and that's what Tomek wanted, I believe, as well. But then when we added it, of course, the meta took over, and you guys were like, ooh, I can add any warrior of value 4 or less, and started adding, like, I think Sunset Strikers and Golden Lions, and just this card became the #1 used card in the entirety of Doomtrooper. True story. Like, in the analytics, it was #1. And... Tumet says, do partial matches work? I don't think so. They work on the name. But in order for the keyword, you have to type the full word.
Lame.
Which I think you were requesting better searches, like regular expressions and stuff. It will happen. It's just, it's on like the B priority list, and we have to focus on the A's right now. Shut up, B's and A's talking. Anyways, so this card was just a runaway. It was like...
That's in honor of Chris.
Whoever got Boot Camp first would just overwhelm the squad, and it was a runaway. So going back to the suggestions that we talked about for weeks in chat, and the original intent of this card, it was moved from general to cartel, which a lot of people might not realize, and it had the word cartel added to the description. So that means now you can add a cartel warrior for free, but not a corporate or Dark Legion or general warrior. And going back to Discord really quick, where did it go? Oh, Solifin. I don't know if he's in here, but Solifin. I love Solifin for the record.
He's in here. He may or may not be.
I love Solifin for the record because he does not have. I guess a lot of people have said it's an American filter. Like, I think Americans maybe as a whole. We've been told that we get butthurt a lot easier, but it's funny because we're also assholes. Not me and Julie, of course, but like traditionally, stereotypically, we're like, yeah, Americans, fuck you, give me my rights. But then if you say like, oh, I'm going to take away one of your rights, we're like, my guns.
I'm going to continue to say that I think it's a nice trait that Canadians and Americans were very like outwardly friendly. A lot of Europeans view that as fake.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
I know.
It's basically like, I'm a tough American and I have my guns. And then someone says, well, we're going to do gun control. And then we just go cry. Like, it's like, well, we can't get alternate views to our we have strong opinions that we will yell at you for. But if you give us an alternate view, we just like cower and cry as a whole. It's really weird. So anyways, Solifin doesn't have that. And he, in the past, has been known to say things that make me sad as a sad American. He'll basically just be like, this card sucks. And I'm just like, or like, why haven't you fixed this yet? And I'll get really sad. And he'll be like, I'm not trying to be a dick. It just sucks. I'm like, I appreciate that, bottom line. But on the flip side, when I do something good, he has the same the same attitude. So after I made this change, he posted yesterday at 2:46. He said, "Cartel deck is really playable now. Very distinctive playstyle. Balancing Boot Camp was an excellent move, not only for making Cartel special, but mainly for restoring game economy." And I read that and was like, I love Solifin. Like, he'll put me in my place when I fuck up, but then when I do something good, he's like, "Hey, nice work." And it's a good trait, and we should all strive to be good and upfront with our friends. So, Solifin, if you hear this, thank you for keeping me in line. But Boot Camp, now kind of has its purpose. And it's kind of a secret, but not really. It's like a talked about secret. When you go to make a new deck, wow, there's that bug. That is such a weird bug. Sometimes all these don't show up, and there's literally no reason for that in the code whatsoever.
That's annoying.
Yeah, damn it. I'm going to have to figure that out again. But there are 5 corporations, plus the Brotherhood, plus Algaroth. And in the future, there will be 4 additional apostles of the Dark Legion. Sorry, I forgot the word. So there is a hidden...
Wait, you have to drink coffee.
There is a hidden faction.
You're beautiful, hardworking, but do better.
So let's say I choose Imperial, right? I made a new deck and it's Imperial. And I'm going to put just these cards in it, right? When I hit the back button, you'll notice my untitled decks.
Mike is
I actually have 2 of them already because I was doing it. Our untitled deck has the cartel logo on it. So this is now a cartel deck. And I can only add cartel and general cards. So it is literally one of the first Easter eggs that we added to Doomtrooper, and I'll tell you guys about it. But if you create a deck and you only add cartel decks to it, or general, it will rate it when you save it as a cartel deck, not the deck you picked at the beginning. So you choose Imperial, you choose Cybertronic, whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as you only add cartel, it makes a cartel deck. And when you start the game, it has its own versus screen, it has its own icon, it's a full-on faction. It has its own statistics on the back end for who the best cartel player is. It is a full-fledged faction in the game. However, it's just not choosable from the new deck screen. So that was meant to be as an Easter egg for some of the more advanced players who discover it on their own. But a lot of people in here already know about that, and I've talked about it before. So it's I think it's really cool that you can make a cartel deck, but maybe I'm the only one. So,
no, it's very cool. I love you. I love you.
Sorry,
Don't be silly.
I had to yell at my wife for making fun of me.
No, he didn't.
I
like this conversation that's happening over here where they're talking about emotes.
Oh, I haven't read any of that yet.
Wait, you just moved the screen and now I lost the thing that I thought was funny. So this guy's talking about, I know it's so hot in here, starting chat in game, but then, I think it was Curry who was like, 95% of online gamers would use chat to insult you anyway. Which is why we don't have chat in game.
It's true. It's very true.
That's a very purposeful decision on, you get some emotes with some pre-approved phrases that you may say, like, good game. Yeah. My deck sucks.
True story, 4 things. 1, people will still use that to troll you. Like, when you do something stupid, they'll say good game. Or, whatever. Like,
yeah.
That's just going to happen. But there are 3 reasons that we don't add chat. 1 is that people are dicks, and they'll just type the worst things. 2 is that people are racist, and
which is really
kind of goes into the first one.
1A and 1B.
Like, some white 13-year-old kid from Minnesota will think it's cool to call you the N-word when you beat him. Like, we don't need that stuff. But not to mention, white supremacy, hate groups, dare I say capital insurrectionists, they become not welcomed on places like Discord, Twitch, normal messengers.
Yeah, but those are like public forums at least that we can
Right, but if you want to do something shady and you want to do something illegal, the government's going to be watching chat programs. The government's going to expect The government's going to expect you to go on Signal or law enforcement because Signal is end-to-end encrypted. But they're not going to suspect you to go on Club Penguin. So if you wanted to plan, it sounds so weird to say, but if you were a horrible person and don't do this and you wanted to plan like a terrorist attack, the last place people would suspect you to do it is the first place you will go. And a small indie game that has a full-on chat service will allow that.
I hadn't thought of all that. I just thought we didn't want people insulting each other.
Then imagine the legal ramifications, where if I am found guilty of facilitating that type of chat, and I don't have the right terms of service from my lawyer.
My Little Pony MMO.
Yeah. And then the 4th thing is that leads to child exploitation. Like those
Oh,
are
we
like the
can't have
word.
that.
Like so, it's like stupid, mean people, racist. There's some overlap, and then you get the child exploitation people. Like they're all one and the same, in my opinion. If you're an internet troll and you're calling people an N-word, you are on that slippery slope, my friend, and you need to get your shit together. But
Get a box.
get a box.
Get all your shit. Put it in the box.
And get it together.
Get it together. Get your shit
But
together.
like, imagine all that slippery slope, and then do my terms of service protect me and Secret Cal level from that, or does Doomtrooper get sued into oblivion?
Yeah, I'd rather just have emotes.
There you go.
So Chumat asks, do we have an I'm sorry emote? He probably doesn't even remember.
Yeah, I'm regretting right now because there's supposed to be an emotes button here, and I just keep putting off making it. So, like with my account, I can show you all the titles, I can show you all the avatars, I can show you all the card
Oh
backs.
my god, there's no way to
But,
show
like,
all the emotes?
I just haven't made it yet.
Ooh, okay.
Hey Google,
Wow.
remind me tomorrow to add the emote button to Doomtrooper.
Got it. Add the emoji button to Doomtrooper.
Close enough.
This will be for tomorrow. At what time?
All right.
It's asking you for time. At noon.
Nothing's been said.
All right. Well, I'll just remember.
Wow,
It's fine.
no you won't. But that's troll emote number 1. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But it's I don't mind a little trolling, like there
Pre-approved trolling.
yeah, in my opinion there's trolling that has just become part of online gaming, like shit talking. You know, like if you were playing basketball, what are you doing?
I'm trying to go to your profile so we can at least see some
We're
of
on
the
my profile.
emotes that are available.
No, we're on my profile.
Yeah, but can't you show...
We just had a discussion about how I haven't added the button
I
yet.
know, but I know I've seen the emotes before. I've seen...
Yeah, you have to start a game.
Oh. Bye, Balfour.
Oh, yeah. So if you were playing basketball when I was a kid on at the local court or whatever, like outside, you know, whatever, like people talk shit. They'd be like, come on, try to take this ball, try to block me, like there was shit talking there.
Balfour,
but you didn't like call people racial slurs. So
some people probably did.
Okay, some people probably did. I did not. So a little bit of like, oh man, like I'm gonna kick your ass, like you're going down, like that's fine. And if the equivalent in Doomtrooper is someone spamming "I'm sorry"
or a good game
Yeah.
when you do something stupid.
we'll just make you the ability to mute them, and you don't have to listen to them anymore. It's fine. Problem solved. But Balfour, thanks for the gifting sub.
Ooh, hi.
Honestly, don't even remember if I finished adding muting. I need to check into that and make sure.
I don't
you can
remember
mute.
you ever talking about that. This is the first time hearing
you gotta
of
be
it.
able to mute people. The other card I changed was Fragment of the True Chip. So this card used to do, in classic Doomtrooper, it would balance all 4 of your stats. But in new Doomtrooper, it only balanced 3. And I mean, it's been years. I think Brian wanted to stop manipulation of the value. And Steve, if you're still here, you might remember, but
No, he's busy playing the game.
I think the problem was if you maxed out someone's value, as well as their other stats, then the game ends in like 3 turns. Because if like I put out a big dude and I give him 20 attack, 20 shoot, 20 armor, and 20 value, and then you kill him, you just won. But in retrospect, I don't know why we hated that, because it's a risk-reward thing. Like if you want a guy with 20 attack, then maybe he has 20 value, and you're going to risk losing the game. Or you can go the other route and have a bunch of little dudes, and then those little dudes, if you can get them to win, when they die, they're not going to feed as many points to your opponent. So I went back and edited Fragment of the True Chip to edit your value as well. So if you give it to a guy who has 13 attack, now he has 13 value too, and you're going to risk giving those points to your opponent. But it seems a little bit more fair. There's been times in the past where, maybe still, where you're able to get warriors buffed up to like 1,000 attack, and then their value is still 3. So you finally are able to kill one of these giant monsters, and it doesn't matter. You don't get enough points. You're still going to lose. So I'd like to tackle that. So this was a subtle thing that I didn't even remember changing from the original card, so we shifted back. Let it be known that we don't always change classic Doomtrooper into something new. Sometimes we change something new back into classic Doomtrooper. That is an important fact, because
Doomtrooper.
a lot of people don't like Brian's changes, and they sure don't like mine. So But that's okay, because I am a owner of a company that makes a CCG, and they are happily playing something else. The last card that we changed that was causing trouble, Fragment wasn't causing trouble per se, but it's something that needed to change, was this wonderful card, which I hate the way the text is, and I'm going to reword it again. So a small brainwave bomb would do the trick. Yeah, there are ways to take down the big guys, and I want to get to a point where people start having that option more readily available and start using it, because it's.
Wait. You may cancel.
Wait. We're talking.
Okay.
Sorry, we'll get to that. So controversial thing here, but I'll say it. It's weird for me to admit this, but I am usually pro Second Amendment. I am pro gun control, but I'm not anti the Second Amendment. And the reason,
which is the gun one, if you.
The reason is considering
American.
all the shit that went down with our former president, and we had the National Guard on our streets. And I have a point. Don't worry.
I am worried. I don't know what your point's going to be.
I believe in the phrase that
the
people should not be afraid of their government. The government should be afraid of their people. I think that's kind of what our country was founded on. And the reason is like, if we had someone who wanted to take control in our country, and they were like, I want to send the National Guard in to take Los Angeles, like by force. If the National Guard knows that they might kick the door open and there's a shotgun on the other side, someone defending their home, that might be just enough to be like, no, I'm not going to do this. Whereas,
I doubt it,
but if they have all the power and they have all the guns that could rush to their head, and they could be all for this fascist regime. So the idea of
I know I'm just waiting. I honestly was waiting for Courtney or Willow to be like, no.
It's fine.
No.
This is just an opinion, and I'm willing to offline have discussions that could possibly change my opinions. But I like the fear that someone wanting to take power has to fear their citizens fighting back a little bit, because that's how the country was formed originally, with fighting back against oppression.
That is true, I guess.
It's a slippery slope, I know, and I have my own reservations with my own opinions, and I'm sure Courtney will school me later.
Oh, she will. She will.
But this transition is so bad after everybody's.
I kind of wonder if when Willow and Courtney are both on the stream and you say stupid things, if they just look at each other and go, "Do you have this one, or shall I?"
I mean.
Oh my god.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna brief aside before I get to my point. Tell me why this is stupid.
I didn't say it was.
You just did.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean stupid. I meant like controversial.
Okay, that's fine. I'll let it slide.
I meant that.
So my point is, and this is such a bad point now that I'm getting there. I'm so sorry.
I'm just gonna refill my coffee. I'll be right back.
I turned it off already, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah. I hate this transition already, and I don't even want to make it. In Doomtrooper, there is no fright. There's no fright of getting a bunch of golden lions out and building them up to be like the biggest, baddest guys in the world. And you do that, and you just steamroll over your opponent. But this is such a bad. I'm so sorry. But in the world where people are encouraged to have interrupt cards and brainwave bombs and self-destruct programming and personal anti-personal mines and all of these cards, I want the player who's about to put out this giant dude to be scared of those cards, so that they know that they might lose the game because they up their guy up. That is my worst metaphor in the world. I'm just going to move on. I prefer Coke Too Mad over Pepsi, but my favorite drink is Dr. Pepper.
I shouldn't let you talk.
Who gave me a microphone?
Oh my god, he's a good person. Sometimes I don't know why he's whatever. It's fine.
Okay, so Julie, seriously though, you're making fun of me again for this view, and I would like to know your opinion on the matter. So you're
shit. Now he's actually mad.
Yeah.
He's really mad at me.
Well, no. So you're. I mean, obviously Courtney's going to talk to me later, but So you are full anti the Second Amendment?
No, no, I'm not full anti the Second Amendment.
And I mean, with the National Guard and the stuff that went down with Trump, like, didn't you want me to buy a gun a year ago?
I still want a gun. I do think though that we have given such inflated budgets to the our military and the cops that they have all they need to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So, I don't really think that me having anything in my house would stop it. That. I just think it'll stop the crazy person, because there's a lot of them in LA. We have a really big homeless situation, and they're always on our property.
So,
but anyways,
the last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to move on from that topic, is
and also I like Coca-Cola.
If we solved all these problems, like if we fixed our democracy to be proper, if we don't hate me, took just a little money from the military and the police and gave it to things like education and mental health,
just a little
then
bit of refunding?
I would absolutely, most likely, change my view on the gun stuff entirely. Like, I'm not saying that the solution is the Second Amendment.
God, I wish we would give some
I
more
would
money towards
absolutely
education,
like
though.
the proper solution, but sometimes when I go to my dark places, I believe that that none of that proper solution is possible, and the only way is to burn it to the ground.
Violence.
It's sad, but it's hard to, yeah. So I'm not saying that I believe that's a proper solution, but I do drink a lot of Diet Coke lately. I'm trying to cut back on my sugar, and I tried a Instacart delivery person accidentally got me sugar-free Dr. Pepper, but not Diet Dr. Pepper. It's like Dr. Pepper Zero. I didn't know they made that. It's new, I guess. And the first sip was weird, as it always is. But afterwards, my brain thought it was Dr. Pepper. Diet doesn't have that effect on my brain. But they did a really good job with sugar-free Dr. Pepper, and I encourage you guys to try it if you're a fan of Dr. Pepper.
I had friends that were obsessed with Diet Dr. Pepper. They were like DDP all the time, obsessed with it. So yeah, self-sacrifice is where we were going with this. Whew, I should never have a microphone. Annihilate. So this used to be you could cancel somebody else's card that they played, like a miscommunication. You could miscommunicate, as they say, someone's card for discarding and annihilating 3 cards from your hand. But the thing is you could cancel 2 cards per turn, and then next turn you fill your hand up in Doomtrooper every turn, and you could cancel 2 more, which A, is super powerful, canceling at least 2 cards of your opponents per turn. You're basically blocking everything they do. And B, if you play it right, it allows you to cycle through your deck to get your best cards quicker. And that ended up being bad. So, I gave some thought to what I wanted to do, and I knew I wanted the card to be counter-based, but then there's a problem because our counters are typically added by activating the card, and this card is activated to cancel. And we have the ability to have a card have 2 different activations, but we don't really have a lot of support for it, and we've never done it before. So due to that restriction, I gave it some thought, and I decided that it's kind of even better, in my opinion, and I haven't heard much on this yet. You annihilate warriors from your board when you play this card. And however many warriors you annihilate, it gets that many counters. So you are sacrificing warriors to stock this card up, and then you can use those counters to cancel your opponent's cards. But once those counters are gone, this card is gone. So if you put 6 warriors out and you sacrifice them all, you can have 6 cancellations with this card. It's really powerful. But you also lost 6 of your warriors, which is going to leave you open to your opponent coming in and steamrolling you. So it's really powerful, but it has really good other side of the coin. I don't know the phrase I'm looking for. So it might actually end up pulling the scales down closer to balanced. I'm hoping. But I haven't heard as many people complaining about it, and some people said that they liked the new ability, even though the wording is really confusing. I'm trying to make that better. So yeah, there's that. What's going on with Misty? She has... Someone has a brother? Oh, Jessa has a brother. No, don't. Anyways.
Julie, what's your opinions on self-sacrifice in the Second Amendment?
Oh my god, man. I don't think you need to say,
No, the Second Amendment that I made to self-sacrifice.
You're
to
such
be clear,
an idiot. You
this
are
is
such a dork.
This is the second change that I. What did you think I meant?
Well,
Jesus.
all I can think about is that a typo? You may cancel of any? Can we take the word of out?
Yeah, that's a typo.
Okay. Can we make should I text you? Make a note to, like, fix this?
Sure. So currently I'm also working on
What card was that? There was a
self-sacrifice.
Self-sacrifice, right.
So there are a list of cards that are similar to Jammed. Attached to a firearm during combat for 0 actions. The firearm may not be used in combat. A player may discard this card for 2 actions. I'm going to reword it a little bit, but basically this card disables a gun. And how this is going to work, and there's some like snowball problems that's going to happen when I'm implementing this. I already know it. But if you guys remember Amnesia and had to get turned off and go to the Trouble Hall of Fame, this is touching on some of that code, which is
Trouble Hall of Fame.
a little worrisome. But this card,
is that apricot jam? Because it's jammed.
it's missing the art.
Get it?
We haven't put the art in for Jammed yet.
Apricot.
I don't know why it's missing. Was this card from second edition? I can't keep track of where all the cards came from anymore, but
It's a photo of apricot jam.
so this card will disable a gun. There's another one that disables a knife. There's another one that disables factories and industrial complexes. There'll probably be more that disable full-on warriors. But the idea is when a card is disabled, it will get grayed out, and the button underneath, or in an attachment, the like a first aid kit can be clicked to activate it, or archer sniper rifle can be clicked to activate it from the inventory screen. It'll be clicked to enable. And a disabled card will have a cost attached to it, and when you click it to enable it, you will have to pay the cost. So this cost on this card is 2 actions. So when you click to enable your gun again, you have to have 2 actions, and it will let the gun be used again. There is a list of cards that disable other cards, and in the future, I think this will get used a lot more. And it might be a good balance mechanism where we'll be able to, if a card is too powerful or too weak, we could do things like this card is disabled after it's activated, and you have to pay to activate it. It's kind of similar to Nazgaroth, which I might convert. So Nazgaroth is single shot reload is 1 action. We will probably convert this card to use the same system, where after you shoot, the card becomes disabled, and it has an enabled cost of 1 action, and that's how it will work. So this is kind of a prototype for that scenario, but instead of being part of the Nazgaroth script, it'll be part of the Doomtrooper engine as a whole, so cards can be disabled. Solifin said another one is Dull Blade. Yeah. So that's the equivalent of Jammed, but for handguns. I mean, for blades. And
Slicey
I think
slices.
Economic Collapse is another one. All players lose half of their destiny rounded up, and all factories and industrial complexes in place shut down. Controller must spend 2 actions to activate a factory and 3 actions to reactivate an industrial complex. So basically, it disables a whole bunch of cards, and you have all yours and your opponents, and you have to pay to enable them. Might tweak that card a little bit. I don't like that it targets factories and industrial complexes specifically. So there might be a better solution there. Like cards that generate destiny could have a certain keyword, and this card could disable all of them. But I don't know. If anybody has any thoughts, definitely let me know on Discord for Economic Collapse. But there's some fun stuff. And then, is it Desert Scorpion? No. I forgot the name. This guy. So Invader has been hard at work on trying to make cards like this work. So Infantry Sniper may perform a free shoot attack against any warrior that attacks your warriors. This attack occurs before the battle is announced, etc. There's a lot of text there. I need to change it. But basically, if you attack one of my warriors, I can interject Infantry Sniper in between that attack, and I can have him snipe you or snipe somebody else for free. It's an interesting, but basically you have to think of combat as a list. So there's this combat that's about to happen, and then maybe infantry sniper can inject himself first, and there might be another card that says after combat ends, do another combat. Will inject itself at the end. So it's rather complicated. Nimrod Auto Cannon, you may attack 2 opponents with 1 tactical action. So if I attack you with a guy with this gun, I'm going to attack twice in a row. So there's 2 in the list. But then you can activate your infantry sniper, who will inject himself first. So there are now 3 attacks happening. Infantry sniper will resolve first, then the first Nimrod autocannon, then the second Nimrod autocannon, and then I forgot the other card. There's a card that allows you to do another attack in the post-combat phase. So you would have the sniper first, then the first Nimrod, then the second Nimrod, and then you play a card and you can do a 4th attack because of the result of the 3rd attack. It's going to get crazy, but it's kind of cool at the same time. Tumat says, don't call it a stack or someone might go thermal.
Oh, yeah. There are no stacks in Doomtrooper.
Bite the dust. Thank you, Solofin. See, that's... Yeah, so sniper happens first. Surprise attack, you get sniped. Now your guy's wounded. Then you do 2 Nimrod attacks. Then I play Bite the Dust, and there's a special attack to happen again. And then you play Bite the Dust, and then there's a fifth attack happening. It can get nuts. We'll probably see people at 0 victory points, and then 1 attack happens, and then this attack stack. I think we can call it an attack stack. That's
attack
fair.
stack.
This attack stack triggers, and the game's over. It'll be very unexpected. It'll be very surprising, and it'll be very Doomtrooper, which is cool. It's going to be interesting, though. I think what Invader's working on is, like, if you play Bite the Dust during the post-combat, it basically freezes the post-combat and drops into the other attack. And then when that's done, it finishes the post-combat for that attack, and then drops you back to the original first post-combat.
Combat chain.
What?
It says combat chain sounds better.
The microphone stand is right in between the bottom of chat.
I know, I can't see it either. I've been, like, doing this the whole time, like, trying to see the chat.
There's nothing I can do.
Can you, like, shorten the window?
I'm trying.
Oh.
I can't get to the bottom because this window doesn't respect Windows snapping. There. Yeah, combat chain. But that's the thing I always complain about, is there is a stack in Doomtrooper.
Uh-oh.
Brian was wrong.
What?
It's not a traditional stack in the sense that Magic has a stack, but if you can only play cards that immediately affect the previous card, well, then you can play another card that affects the previous. Bite the Dust, miscommunication again, Young Guard to cancel the miscommunication, self-sacrifice to cancel the Young Guard. I think that move wasn't valid, but you know where I'm going with this. That is kind of a stack. It's
a combat chain.
Well, that was not. No, that was a stack, basically. It's something. But
you said there were no stacks.
Brian said there were no stacks. But then there are cards that affect the previous card, which is kind of a stack. Curry Car, we've had that discussion too, like arena mode versus draft mode from a semantic standpoint is a very different mode. So Invader and I are both working on different giant problems that change the core rules of Doomtrooper, but I think it might be the last changes. So if these changes go well, the rest... Can
I help you?
We're going to cut a large amount of remaining stuff within reason and try to balance out the base set with a few more cards and be done. So one other thing that I'm going to be trying to do, probably for Invader's update, is to make a test server. I think I can make it very quickly. But it'll be like, for 2 days, I'll open the test server and tell people how to join it, and you will just have 10 of every card. And it'll only work for those 48 hours, and you'll be able to test the new combat chain cards. And then when it crashes and causes problems, we will fix it, and then we'll merge that into the main branch, and everybody will not see as many crashes and stuff, because the significant changes adding a combat chain to the game. So that might work. But I don't think the disabled cards will need to be run on a test server. I think we'll be okay. So, and then I'll probably give some reward to anyone who plays X amount of games on the test server, just to reward you for helping us find those bugs. I'd figure out what that is. It might be a special cosmetic item, most likely, but something cool.
Yeah, something cool.
Yeah, I mean, we have like, even though developers are the only one who have it, we do have this cool. I think it looks Diablo-esque animated avatar. So maybe something like that. I don't know.
I like it.
So yeah.
Doomtrooper.
I appreciate everybody hanging out for our fun times.
That 1.0 is so close. So close. I can taste it.
I can almost feel it.
It's so close. So close to being here.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Julie, anything?
No.
Think we're good?
I feel pretty good about this.
Well, I look forward to the text messages I get about my horrible metaphor outburst. Apologies again for not drinking enough coffee or drinking too much coffee.
So will you point on the stream deck here where it's the standby button, right?
What? Sorry, what are you trying to do?
Oh, when you go to that standby screen where you yell at me.
Oh, it's the wait button.
It's the wait button, not the one that actually says standby. So
Video chat.
okay. So now I can properly yell at you. You do it to me for the silliest things. That's what you are the worst, Justin.
You come back with like a red mark on your cheek. I'm just kidding. I would never.
He's never. Also, I would hit him back harder, so that's probably why he would never do it.
We go to the wait screen. She's got a red mark on her screen. I have broken glasses and a black eye.
Look how upset you've made Courtney.
Oh.
Do you see what you've done?
Courtney, I would never beat my
He
wife.
would never. Again, I would probably hit him back harder.
She might beat me, though, to be fair.
I never have. I know. Look at what you've done.
No, you did when I
Look at what you've done to Courtney.
No, there was that time I was sleeping and you moved your arm really quick and punched me in the eye. That really happened. I almost got a black eye because she like twitched in her sleep and just.
Of course, I don't remember that because I was asleep.
I'm convinced that I like cheated on her in her dream or something, and she was just like, ah.
It's like a weird reaction. I don't know.
Oh man. All right, I'm done.
Doomtrooper.
Thank you for hanging out, Courtney. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for playing Doomtrooper, and I will see you guys on Discord. Goodbye, Julie.
Bye.